Ladies and gentlemen, much like the Netflix stock, another episode of the show is going down right now.
Really?
Yeah.
We're waiting for that.
I was holding on to that all week.
Alright. So what are we talking about today?
No, wait a minute. You were impressed with that.
You keep
Did you hear about the stock?
you keep kinda cutting in and out there, buddy.
Is that better?
Well, you gotta
I'm
keep
closer
talking.
now.
What
I'm
about the
closer
stock?
now, so that should be. I said, did you hear about the stock?
Stock for what?
Netflix.
Oh, how they're how it's not looking so good?
Yeah, it, crashed by 50%.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the report that they lost a whole bunch of subscribers. I would imagine that would affect the stock poorly.
Yeah, they lost 200 and something subscribers. 200 and something thousand. Sorry, not
I thought it was
200
200 million.
No, not that many people were signed up to begin with. I think.
It's a worldwide thing. Well, I'm probably wrong. I seem to be wrong on a lot of shit.
I mean, you might be right, but I'm just saying.
Let's
You know,
go ahead and do a quick
you
fact check.
You only need one person in your family that has Netflix, and then everybody has Netflix.
True. Netflix was doing a whole lot of their original programming, which was shit. But I've noticed that they started putting older movies back on, so I've appreciated that.
You didn't like any of the original shows?
I liked
That's the whole.
I liked House of Cards.
Never watched it. Never
I liked
watched
it.
Stranger Things.
I liked the first. I liked the first. What is it? 3 seasons now.
Yeah.
I liked the first season a lot. The second season was okay. The third season, the only thing I liked about the third season was the cop fighting the Russian Superman, and they had the trilogy fight, and that was a running thing throughout the season. It's because they were gonna fuck each other up, and boy did they. That got my dick hard. I'm sorry. But
You're pitching a chub?
hell yeah! As soon as their first altercation, I think did he hit him with a tire iron or something, and the Russian was just like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, that guy had powers though.
And then they fought in the fun house. That was good shit, man. That was real good shit. Oh, you're right. 200,000. My bad.
Yeah, because I mean,
For some reason,
there's no way.
Okay, whatever. I'm wrong. You're right.
I was just saying,
We
I don't
get
think that many
it.
people-
You're smart. I'm stupid.
No.
I'm a piece of shit.
Let me explain it to you. All right. Hey, we got a long time to go. We might as well get into it.
Right. Go ahead.
But anyway, what were we saying? So yeah, Stranger Things. Your yes on that?
Yeah, there's some aspects of it that I don't know. I don't remember the 80s or that was kind of our time frame, and I don't know. I don't think they depict how it was 100%. But I think, overall I'd give it a pass.
Okay. Umbrella Academy.
I really liked the first season. After that, fuck it. And I think Ellen Page is the worst fucking actress ever.
I like the second. How many seasons are they on that?
They've 2. I think they were doing 3. I don't know the status of it because
Oh, they're coming back. But
Ellen changed her name.
We don't need to get into that. Leave it alone.
Okay. You brought it up.
I mean, need to get into that.
Okay, fair enough. All right. I'm just saying the first season was fucking awesome. I was like really into it. It's so good that I'll probably buy it at some point. The second season, like, especially like they added elements in it that aren't even part of the actual story. They just did it because like it's the time, and it's just that. And Ellen Page is the worst fucking actress of all time. So
there you go. Keep her name out your mouth. Trust me on this.
I'm not gonna
just leave that name out of your mouth.
I'm not shying away from an opinion. I'm sorry.
Just leave that name out. Go after any other name, not that one. Just trust me on this one. But yeah,
well, that's the one that's front and center on all the fucking material. So I can't talk about the show without talking about the worst actress of all time. I'm sorry.
She's not even. Oh. She's not even like. Well, dang.
Anyway, so Umbrella Academy, like I said,
that character's not even the main character.
Bullshit.
I mean, one of them, but
no, she was the fucking no, she was the main focal point of the first one. Like she was the key to everything, and then the second one, it was all about her little fucking love affair with the farmer's wife. And suddenly
that was such a small story.
No, that was come on.
I mean, what about the?
They didn't do they replaced actual superhero shit to have some little sordid affair. Where they try to paint it to where the guy that was getting cheated on, he was the bad guy for getting upset about it.
They sure did. Like, he's such the bad guy, you know. He's getting his home wrecked, but he's the villain of the story.
Right. And they have kids, and it's just that.
Oh yeah, and they were gonna the kid too.
What's that?
I said they were gonna take the kid, steal the kid.
Yeah, they're gonna take his kid, take his marriage, probably take the dog.
At this point, they're going to the future, so you know he's not gonna be able to just go see his kid. I don't even know how that would have worked anyway.
Yeah, it was just really disappointing. I liked so many aspects of it. And again, the first season was just fucking awesome. So yeah, House of Cards, Stranger Things was good. The first season of Umbrella Academy, despite Ellen Page. And then
there you go, mentioning that name again.
I'm going to too. Is Handmaid's Tale Netflix?
Never seen it.
The first season was really good, and then it went downhill. That seems to be a trait. They hook you with the first season, and then they start spreading their little message in the second season and beyond.
They got to get the agenda in at that point.
Yeah.
Well, You? Have you ever seen You? Never seen You?
No.
Kind of like a adaptation of Dexter, I would say.
The serial killer?
Yeah.
Oh. What? How new is it? When did it start?
I don't know. They're 3 seasons in, so it's not.
That's pretty new. I don't know.
That's kind of new, but it's still. I don't know. They just finished the last season last year, I believe. They got another season coming, of course. But you want to talk about the agenda? You know, this previous season they got into the whole him murdering non-vaxxers. So there's that.
Oh, that's good.
Or it wasn't even. I don't want to spoil too much on it, but yeah,
Yeah.
they were murdering off non-vaxxers. So
Fuck.
you want to talk about getting the agenda in there?
Eminem's even had a song about non-vaxxers. He did a little thing with Kid Cudi.
Talking about non-vaxxing?
Yeah. Like, oh, you don't have your mask on and cough on me, and I don't know. I just heard it today.
He managed to slip that in a rap.
Yeah.
This is something. The same guy who talked about putting anthrax on a Tampax.
Right. But he's one of the rare ones that I can separate the art from the artist. Because he's so fucking good. That and he was, childhood and shit.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Go wrong.
Whenever I see him and he's not rapping, I just I just turn it off because I know he's gonna give his dumb fucking opinion, and I'm just gonna be like, ah.
You know, he's got to say something.
Yeah, they all do. They all fucking do, no matter what. Like, oh, you're doing this soup kitchen charity event. Yeah, it's good. It's a good idea to give back to the community, and also I hate the current president and think the entire administration's a bunch of Nazis. Okay. But the soup kitchen, yeah, the soup kitchen's good.
Yeah, let's get back to that.
Yeah.
Let's focus on why we're here.
I don't know.
Is there any other originals? I'm sure there's a lot more we're missing.
No, there's a shit ton. It's just that's the thing. Like, they weren't all that great. I know they did. They do a lot of adaptations. Like they did.
Squid Games. You see Squid Games?
I did actually. I was a little disappointed.
You're disappointed.
Yeah. First of all, it's been
You
done.
watched it late.
No, I watched it when it came out.
How are you disappointed? There was no appointment.
I don't know. I think I was expecting something a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting. It just kind of left me wanting more. It just
I didn't know anything about it.
I didn't
when
either.
I started watching it. So
But
you can imagine my surprise when the person gets shot at the red light, green light.
yeah, I don't know. It just seemed like Battle Royale or Hunger Games, or just, it's just been done before. There's nothing new about it.
I mean, the appeal of it was like their childhood games. Well, not even for us, but
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it wasn't bad. It's just it wasn't.
Like-
I wouldn't watch it again.
can you imagine if they made it like our version of Squid Games and you have like Foursquare or Freeze Tag?
Hopscotch. Yeah, freeze tag. I still don't understand how how it's called a squid.
Because it was the game. I don't
Yeah.
know. I can't explain it.
Yeah. Then they tried. Didn't make any sense.
Yeah. You can't question. Well, instead of marbles, I'm jumping back to the our time thing. Instead of instead of marbles, you'd have pogs.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you lost in pogs. You're out. You're dead.
But Pogs only lasted for a day, though.
What? No, it had a long run.
I don't know about that.
At least, like, I don't know, 2 years? Maybe even more.
That's a
You
long
know,
run,
you just,
2 years?
for us kids, and then Pokemon took over.
Think about how long Hulk Hogan's been around.
That's just an
Or
anomaly.
or Coca-Cola or Nintendo. 2 years ain't shit.
To keep, I wonder how much they made in that time frame, though.
Oh, I bet they made a shit ton.
I mean, those things couldn't have been that expensive.
No. I mean, they were little cardboard things. The slammers were probably where the money was spent, if any.
Oh yeah, you had the bad boys, the
Yeah.
brass.
I love the slammers. That was my shit.
I mean, and then yeah, you had the plastic ones. You had ones that were brass. You had some that were. When you had to go to McDonald's to get the Happy Meal toy because they were Pogs, that's how you know it was big.
Yeah.
Throwing away the whole meal just to get the toy.
Man, the last time I was excited about a McDonald's toy was when they were doing the Batman Forever glasses.
Oh, I just saw those the other day at the
Yeah.
garage sale.
Did you buy them? I would have got them.
No, because they didn't have the set.
Oh.
Like, I didn't want to, I didn't want to like buy two because they had Mr. Freeze and Batman. I didn't want to buy those two, and then
Right.
need the other two.
Right. That makes
Like,
sense.
I can't do that.
You
Now, if
just
they
go
were all
crazy.
there, I would have got them.
Right. No, I understand that. Out of interest, how much were they selling them for?
25 cents each.
Okay, so they weren't being stupid.
No, they were just getting rid of it. Probably because they lost the other two.
Probably. Bastards.
Because, yeah, there was also I think there was a Riddler and a Joker, or maybe it was Robin. Something like that.
It was Two-Face. It was either Batman or Robin, or both. And then it was Riddler. Yeah, so I think it was Batman, Robin, Riddler, and Two-Face. Oh, let me research.
Yeah, I remember Riddler vividly.
Yeah, because that was the one that everybody wanted.
Yeah, that was the coolest one.
Yeah, of course. Batman.
And you have the question marks all over the glasses.
Yeah. Well, at the time, the Riddler in that movie, he was the shit.
Wasn't it Jim? It was Jim Carrey.
Yeah, it was.
I watched the new Batman.
Yeah, it was Batman, Robin, Riddler, Two-Face.
Oh. So who the hell was I seeing?
You said
I said Mr. Freeze.
which he was in
Maybe
Batman, Batman and Robin.
No, I'm saying maybe that wasn't him on the cup, obviously. But then who was?
Oh, maybe they
those
did.
things were so hard to see.
Maybe they did a Mr. Freeze.
Arnold.
Arnold. He's gone off the deep end. He stopped eating meat, so he's gone crazy.
That vegan shit's got to his head.
Yep. I go plant based now. You don't eat meat. You don't need it at all. You can still be strong. No, you can't. There's something about it. There's something about people that just don't eat meat, that their wires aren't connected all the way.
Well, you have people who don't eat meat, and then you have people like the Liver King who eats only meat. What would it seem?
Liver King?
Yeah, you ever seen this guy?
Uh-uh.
He's like, he's on YouTube. He never wears a shirt, and he's like jacked. Now, some people say he's on steroids, and maybe he is, maybe he's not, but
Psst.
he eats liver, like, with every meal.
Yeah.
That's why he's the Liver King.
I heard organ meat's good for like the carnivore diet, like mixing actual meat with organ meat. I don't know about all that. It just sounds disgusting.
Of course it is.
I remember my mom used to eat like gizzards and shit.
Oh, gizzards are good.
They're not.
I mean, liver's good too.
No, it ain't.
Liver and onions. Ooh. That's like when I go to Golden Corral. That's like the only thing I get.
I remember we had liver and onions for dinner, right? And it was the first time I remember having it. I tried putting ketchup on it. I tried putting mustard on it.
That's where you went wrong.
I tried putting all this shit. No, because it tastes like shit.
It just tastes good.
No, it tastes awful. We're talking about
Sound
liver
off
and
in the
onions,
comments.
by the way.
Let us know in the comments. Liver or onions, yes or no? Put it in the comments. Liver and onions. But that's what I get when I go to Golden Corral.
Yeah.
You don't count. Anyway.
Our Golden Corral shut down. Oh, are we getting off this? Are you moving us away?
No, if you got something else.
No, I don't. I want to talk about Golden Corral. Yeah. I miss it. We don't have all we have is Chinese buffets now.
It's because you didn't eat the liver. That's why.
No.
If you didn't eat that liver, they would still be open.
I think they didn't pay their taxes, or they had some health.
They had to go through that.
Yeah.
It's like one of the worst offenses you could have.
Pretty much. There's another place that didn't pay their taxes either. And they were like very successful. They were always packed. I just don't understand why would you... What's that?
Was it CC's Pizza?
No, it was a local bar.
Oh.
But yeah, they had really good food, and they always had people in, and on the weekends they were always packed, and just one day they were closed, and found out that they like just weren't paying their taxes. And I just don't understand that, because they were successful. I could understand if like there's only like one or two people in a week, and you're just scraping by to survive. But
they probably didn't budget right.
Probably
so
not.
That tax money, they didn't put it aside. They were living off of it. Probably had like a Tesla in the parking lot.
I would think that they would give you a fair warning though before they shut your business down. Like, you'd have to be aware of the fact that you owe taxes before it gets to the point where they're shutting your doors.
Oh yeah, you're very conscious of it. I remember I missed my taxes one year, and it was just like, well, at this point, I'm just waiting.
Yeah.
Like someone's gonna. I know Uncle Sam's gonna. He wants his money, so he's coming. I just gotta wait for him.
Yeah, I did that once. They found me. I'm still. It's from 2011. I think I'm still. I'm still addressing that as we speak.
They just take your current tax returns.
Yeah. I don't get anything.
Yeah, I haven't got anything in a while. Turns out, yeah, and I didn't even. There was a point where I didn't have a job, and they still wanted me to file taxes, which I did, but you know, I guess I messed it up somehow with how I filled that out, but I still owe from that.
It seems a little silly to file your taxes if you don't have anything to report.
Hey, they tell you need to file and need to file. But I'm not saying I reported it that year. I reported it later
Yeah.
when I had a job. But I had to report that. Why, when you're filing it, it asks you, did you file last year? No. Why not? Didn't have a job. Okay, well, we're going to get you for that.
It's all a con.
Not only are you getting punished for not having a job, you were probably punished when you didn't have a job, but we're going to punish you now.
Yep.
For not filing your taxes.
Yeah, don't play around. Although I look around and I'm like, why am I paying taxes? It doesn't seem like they're using my tax dollars that they're so worried about in the most efficient manner.
Well, I don't think they ever tell you it's going to go to this, that, or the other.
What's that?
I said, I don't think they ever tell you, like, exactly what it goes to.
Sometimes they do. If you pay attention to, like Biden has this bill he wants to pass, the spending bill. There was a big to-do. And had some little perks in it. The stimulus, the COVID stimulus, like a whole bunch of it went to non-COVID related shit, like gender studies in Pakistan.
Okay.
What?
We don't mention the G word around here.
What? No. You were. I'm sick and tired of you telling me what I can and can't say.
We don't mention
Jeepers
that
Creepers,
G word around here.
What the fuck? What can I say?
Well, no G words, no T words.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Okay. Anyway.
No. Well, let's go ahead and get this list out on live on the air. We can cut it out though, of course. T words, G words, L words, B words, T words, Q words. You pretty much gotta.
Well,
they get the whole alphabet. No mentioning families, traditional families.
Oh, yeah.
Can't mention that either.
So Goldilocks and the Three Bears will be out, right?
Yeah.
No, fuck that.
I guess that's about it. I guess that's about it, right, chat? Did I get it right?
No, fuck that, because the fact of the matter is, That's what happened. So I don't care if it I don't care if it hurts somebody's feelings as to what it's called. That's what it's called. Anyway, what I'm saying is that they'll sprinkle that shit in, and they'll tell you like your tax dollars are being spent on bullshit. And you can kind of see it around. Like I don't know about you, but around here they built a whole bunch of roundabouts. But at the same time, like the end of my street, there's potholes. So it's like you're putting all this new shit in, but you're not fixing the old shit. You're polishing a turd.
What I never understood about taxes is they take taxes out when I get my paycheck.
Yeah.
Why do I need to pay taxes again at the end of the year or beginning of the year whenever I need to pay?
Because your
Like
employer
you've already
didn't take
taken
enough.
the tax out.
You
Whose fault is that?
Well,
I didn't tell them how much to take out. I know what the whole, I know technically you do, but
yeah.
I
You should be
didn't.
able to set up your withholding through your either your direct deposit or you could set up your withholding through your employer.
Well,
I don't know why we're talking about taxes. Shouldn't we be talking about like fun shit?
or we were breaking down taxes in the middle of the show.
And we are not qualified to talk about taxes at all.
I'm not talking about taxes.
Yes, we are talking about taxes. That's
I'm not
exactly what
spell-
we're talking about.
No, I'm not telling anybody how to file taxes. All I'm saying is taxes are taken out of each one of my checks. Then you should take out the right amount when you're doing that. Like, don't give me the option if I'm going to have to file again at the end of the year.
Yeah, some people elect to withhold less than they need to, so they pay at the end of the year. So they get more like up front, but they have to pay. I don't know.
Yeah, they get more paycheck. but
Yeah. So
It's
anyway,
all a scam. Uncle Sam is a scam.
can't say that.
Now that you can say.
You can't.
That
No,
doesn't hurt
fuck that. You
anybody's
can't
feelings.
disparage Uncle Sam. I'll
That
I'll
doesn't
be
hurt anybody's
goddamned
feelings.
I'll be goddamned if I can't say gender studies while we disparage the the United States of America.
I'm just saying it's best we stay off gender. The word gender.
Yeah.
Last thing I'm going to say about it before we do
Oh.
move on from gender.
Okay. Ellen Page is the worst actress ever.
No. I came across this video. It was a teacher talking about them talking to their students. Never mind. I don't want.
Yeah. You've been telling. Okay.
Okay, no.
Listen.
We'll say it. I'm just gonna say it. I'm not gonna put any opinion behind it. I'm just gonna tell you the story. We're gonna leave it there. Okay.
God damn.
We're gonna need you to refrain from opinion or anything after I say what I'm gonna say.
So why are you even saying it if we can't give opinions?
So this teacher
Oh Jesus.
was talking about how they talk to their students about, gender and stuff. And they said that they tell their students when a person is born, the doctor guesses what gender they are, but sometimes they're wrong. Okay? So
What
the
does it
doctor
say?
just takes a wild guess at what gender they are. But they don't know really.
So the doctors can't differentiate the gender of a person, at birth.
By looking at them.
But we're supposed to put our lives in their hands when it comes to like cancer and shit, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, but we're not gonna like dive deep into
That's
why
retarded.
that may or may not be.
God. Remember, I was just thinking about this the other day. When I was in school, I didn't know my teacher's fucking first name, let alone their marital status.
Yeah.
I just knew, like, oh, Mrs. Reeves.
Yeah. Like, up until, what was it? Probably middle school. Didn't know anything about my teacher. It's just my teacher. Like, you see him out in the grocery store. It's like, oh, my teacher's at the grocery store.
I knew my fifth grade teacher. I knew my fifth grade teacher was married because the sixth grade teacher was her husband, and they shared a classroom. It was really fucking weird. But
They
that
probably
was
did it in there too.
probably.
Think about that.
Yuck.
Clapping cheeks in there.
Yeah. That's nasty. Alright, so let's move on. Oh, God.
We're 30 minutes in.
Yep.
We haven't even talked about sports yet. We've talked about everything but sports.
Yeah, we're going to get
That's
canceled.
what you get on the show. Yes, we are. But I'm also going to cut some of this out when we,
You can't say that live. Just cut it out. Don't. Stop revealing the curtain.
No, I'm saying on the clips. These aren't going to be on the clips. So, who's going to watch 30 minutes into the
Hoochie
episode?
mama. All right.
Say, gotcha, bitch.
So did anything happen in the wide world of sports?
Well, we do have some stuff to talk about.
Okay.
Let's start off with Mike Tyson.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Tyson, Iron Mike.
So what happened with Mike?
So he was on a plane ride.
I like it.
Don't know where he was going, but he's on a plane. Dude behind him is like antagonizing him pretty much all flight.
What do you mean antagonizing him?
Well, let's look at the clip here.
Okay. Oh, does it mean I gotta get my phone again?
No, I'm gonna play it on the thing. Just pretend.
Are you serious? Wow. This is the 10th episode, folks.
I know, right?
Jesus Christ. We're devolving. Alright. Where were we? Oh. So, okay, so the guy was antagonizing Mike Tyson. What was he doing?
I mean, I couldn't really tell what he was doing. It sounded like he was rapping to him.
Oh.
Or it looked like his, I don't know. The friend who was recording it said, "My boy's dropping bars." With Mike Tyson.
Well, hold up. Were these white kids?
One of them was.
Okay.
Never saw the cameraman.
Okay. Not that matters. It's just dropping bars.
Yeah.
Sounds like a. sounds like my peeps.
So at some point, you can tell this goes on and on because, the camera cuts away and it's still going.
Okay.
At some point, they get to a point where Mike Tyson is fed up with this, and he beats the shit out the guy.
Well, that, that is the logical conclusion when it comes to fucking with Mike Tyson.
Yeah, he went Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson went Mike Tyson.
I
Now,
mean,
luckily, the internet, the Twitter police, because those people,
yeah.
they actually side with Mike Tyson on this one. They say, what did this guy expect was going to happen?
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where you you saw what he did to Evander Holyfield's ear, right? That man is like permanently disfigured, and that was during a sporting contest. A
Yeah,
sporting contest. What the fuck do you think Mike Tyson would do to you, like in real life?
yeah, they just kept poking the bear. Now,
Yeah.
word from Mike Tyson is the guy threw a water bottle at him at some point, and they were drunk.
Well.
So there was no other option but to beat that ass.
Now, how bad did he get it? Was he like? They have to stretcher him out, or did he just box his ears?
Um, no, he just hit him a couple times.
Okay.
He didn't knock him out.
Okay, so he just roughed
Just
him up a little bit.
Yeah, he just
But
sent him a message.
he put hands on him.
Yeah.
Gotcha. See, I'm street.
You can see there was about, I don't know, 4 or 5 punches on him.
Oh, okay.
You can tell Mike Tyson's getting up there in age, because if this is prime Mike Tyson, 4 or 5 punches would be death.
Unless he was going easy. I would suspect he's going because I mean, he fought. Was it Sugar Ray Leonard? I don't know if that's right.
No, it was,
It was a Sugar or
golly.
something. Anyway, he had like an exhibition.
Oh, why do you do this? Now I gotta Roy something. Roy
Jones.
Jr.
Okay. What the fuck did? Okay. Anyway, Roy Jones Jr. He did really well. He did so well that he wanted to fight again. He wanted to fight immediately after the fight.
Yeah, he wanted to go extra because it was like a 3-round exhibition.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't anything. It wasn't like Fury Wilder or anything like that. But
Which was that today?
what?
Fury Wilder.
No, that was a while ago, years ago.
They were trending today. I don't know why.
Were they? Let's take a look.
Yeah.
We might have some breaking news here on the show. Are they going to do a fourth fight?
4 fights. What is this, WWE?
Yeah. I don't see. Well, oh, he's fighting. Oh, he beat Dillian White.
Fury.
Yeah. Of course he did.
That was
So the first fight it was a draw. And then the second fight, Tyson won. They basically threw in the towel, and Wilder wasn't having it. He like fired his trainer because they were looking out for his mental health and shit. Because he was getting fucked up. And then the third fight, it was just, yeah, he got knocked out. It's like Wilder progressively started doing worse against Fury.
Well, yeah, he figured him out.
Which those fights were exciting. I appreciated Fury's fight against Klitschko.
I've never watched a single Tyson fight. I'm gonna be or Fury fight. To be honest with you.
He's, I mean, What I like about him is he looks like a big fucking. He looks like somebody you'd see in a beer, like a bar. I'll fight. I like to drink ale and I likes to fight, and then breaks bar stools and shit.
I think he was just like a underrated version, or I'm sorry, a low budget version of Conor McGregor. So I saw him as, you know, he was taller, of course.
I would say he's because Conor McGregor, like after the Aldo fight, he fought Diaz, and then no, after the Khabib fight, that's kind of when he went away. I mean, he's still around, but there's no bite to that bark.
After we stopped caring.
Yeah, pretty much. Didn't he box Floyd Mayweather?
He did. The biggest money match ever.
So, which that was, I don't know, that's kind of a joke. I don't like that shit. It's never.
It brought eyes to the sport. What are you talking about?
What brought ice to the sport? What sport?
Boxing.
Oh, fuck that shit. No, it didn't.
Oh, yes, it did. No, I mean, I'm talking about like casual people. It brought me. I never watched boxing. It brought me out to watch boxing.
I think Wilder Fury brought me out to watch boxing.
See, I don't know either one of those guys.
Well, that's
Who
your
cares
fault.
about Wilder? Who cares about? I don't even know Wilder. I couldn't even like. If there was a poster, I couldn't even point him out on a poster.
Wilder's the bronze bomber. He's the first like American champion, heavyweight champion we've had in a while.
Boring.
How's that boring? Oh, I'm sorry. Let's have an MMA guy fight a boxer.
Yes, that's what brings people into the sport.
At boxing. Let's have an MMA guy box a boxer. That's enticing.
That's what the people want.
What happened? The boxer beat the MMA guy. Wow. That's exciting. Didn't see that happening.
But
no, there's
he could have, and that's why you watch.
He could have what?
Won.
No, he couldn't have.
Or knocked him out.
No, he couldn't have.
No, I'm just saying he could have.
No, he couldn't have.
But he could have.
No, he couldn't have.
Not like if.
No,
when it actually played out. When it actually played out, no, he couldn't have. But before it played out.
No, he couldn't have.
Yes.
He could not have.
We're talking Conor McGregor.
We are talking Conor McGregor. We're also talking about
knockout power.
We're talking about Floyd Mayweather Jr. If Manny Pacquiao can't knock him out, Conor McGregor ain't.
But he could have. He had the knockout power.
No.
Yes.
No.
All you had to do was catch him once. You telling me Floyd Mayweather is such a great boxer.
What's his record?
That he can't even slip up. It doesn't matter.
No, what's his record?
So he can't even
just
get
answer the
caught
question.
once.
What's his record?
I don't know.
Was
It's
it
like
40?
50 and 0?
50 and 0? So
Something like that.
50 professional boxers could not knock him out. And you're telling me the Conor McGregor, who he knocked out Jose Aldo. Has he knocked out anybody else? He usually does submissions, right?
No, he knocks out everybody.
Oh, does he? Let's take a
his
look at
fights
his.
do not go the distance.
Let's take a look at his record. Yeah, they do, because Nate Diaz.
Most of them. I'm talking about prime Conor McGregor, not like you're talking about like his end stuff.
Let's take a look here.
I'm talking about I don't just knock out my opponents. I pick the round I'm gonna do it. That Conor McGregor.
But no, he had absolutely no shot at knocking out. The only I'll give you that maybe he could have maybe gotten a decision. I'll give you that. Let's see. Technical knockout. Oh, that's a loss. Head and kick punches. Punches.
I'm just saying, I never once thought Conor McGregor. The only way I thought he could win was to knock him out at some
Excuse
point.
me. See, he has a lot of technical knockouts.
And you know, Conor McGregor is a world class striker. I don't know who any of the 50 and 50 and 0, but you know,
Really?
Mayweather had this.
Really? Come
Mayweather
on.
had this.
Come on.
This Mayweather had this
Come
thing
on.
about him where he would personally pick people he knew he could beat.
Well, all boxers. Oh, that's. I think that's a fight. You pick matchups that you think you can win. Because I mean, it's not going to do any good for you to get your ass beat.
I don't know. You could be calling out the big, the biggest name.
Yeah, when you get crushed, you're not going to get another opportunity in the prime slot again.
Like I remember they wanted Mayweather fight Pacquiao, and he waited until what, the end of his career to do it?
Yeah, he waited till he was just
Catch him in his prime.
Well, they were going to fight, but there's a whole bunch of controversy.
Oh yeah, there was a money thing.
That too. I remember Floyd said something about him eating rice and shit too.
Well, there was a money thing. They couldn't agree on what ounce gloves they were going to fight with.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are just like making stuff up now. Oh, I don't like the color tape on his hands. We're going to have to change that.
Let's see. He fought Shane Mosley, Oscar De La Hoya,
Who was trans before it was cool. Oops.
you know what? I ain't listening.
Oh, we're certainly getting canceled this episode.
I ain't listening to that anymore. Okay, so that doesn't mean anything though, because I'm not like a super huge boxing fan. I just know Tyson Fury, but I do know that Conor McGregor had no chance.
I think he did.
He didn't.
And I think a lot of Americans did. That's why there was a lot of bets on Conor McGregor. That's why a lot of people watched.
A lot of Americans are dumb.
You know, a lot of people bought that fight just to see that it was a Mayweather fight. And then they were rudely reminded in the first round that it's a Mayweather fight. He's not taking any big shots.
I actually didn't watch it.
I watched it. So, where we got to that was, I was saying, you couldn't even record like the audio without getting taken down. Like this, I was watching it in a watch party, right?
Yeah.
The guy was filming himself, but you could hear the audio because the TV's on. He went live. He was filming himself. Never even showed the TV, and his video got taken down.
Well, that's.
And then he tried it again, and he filmed the ground only, and it got taken down.
So that's nuts.
He's like, "Oh, maybe there's a reflection or something." So he filmed the ground. I was like, "What do you keep playing with them for? They already take you down, you know. It's just gonna get worse."
Right. Yeah, it's
mess around and lose your account.
Well, it's not like it's a finite resource. You can always create a new account.
Oh, it depends on where it is. You know, Facebook, you got to put your real shit behind it.
No, that's why I don't do Facebook.
I don't either. It was just ironic because
Yeah.
That's part of the reason why. It's because
Yeah.
I'm around it enough.
Right. I noticed that the only time, like, because I remember, like, oh, this is great. I can connect with family members that I don't talk to regularly. But then I noticed that they only talk to me when it's on, like, my birthday. When they get some stupid notification. And then I realized that I'm not I'm not interesting enough to just post some bullshit.
Yeah, people just post stuff. This is the weirdest stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
went to the park today. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
What? But they get likes on it, of course.
Of course. And I don't know. People just want ass pats, and I know my mom. She likes to do little Facebook feuds with her side of the family. She's all about the drama.
Not the likes.
Nope. She tells me the story about how she got into a fight with her sister. Like every time I talk to her. Every time Facebook comes up, I told her. I told her, thank you, Donna. It's nice to feel appreciated.
Because that Facebook, serious business.
Absolutely.
Especially when it gets political, which is like what it only is now, apparently.
Right.
That's another reason I got off of it.
Yeah.
Like everything was political. It's like I don't want to come here for that.
Yeah, can't we just? But it's everywhere though. Like, it's on TV, it's in movies, it's in music. Like, everybody has to share their fucking dumb, stupid political beliefs. Can't it be
I
like?
know.
Can't it be like religion, where you just privately, privately think your shit?
Yeah, I mean, everybody has to share their political views in some way.
Yeah, it's dumb. And
By the
sometimes
way,
you're backed into a corner.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, sometimes you're backed into a corner with that shit. It's like, no, I'm sorry, I don't believe in bullshit. You can believe
can
it.
you tell which way we lean? No, you can't, because we don't tell you.
No. Well,
Maybe
you
you
probably
can
figure it
out.
out.
But we don't tell you shit. You're gonna have to figure it out.
Actually, no. I think they'd be spot on for me, but you'd be a challenge.
I'm a wild card.
Yeah, wild card. So is Tyson getting sued? Did he get arrested?
No, he didn't get anything.
So he just beat the shit out of somebody and then calmly walked away. I gotta connect to my other flight.
It seems like it. I mean, he was taking pictures that night. Like he was at a event later that night, and he was taking pictures at it. So
he did the Will Smith.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems like he just. I mean,
that's gonna be a trend. You just beat the shit out of somebody and then you go party afterwards.
Yeah. What was he supposed to do? Oh, I beat someone's ass today. I gotta stay home.
He could have prayed. Yeah.
He could have what?
He could have prayed.
Oh, he's praying on that guy's head. And it was the funniest thing. That guy was just like, the look on his face afterwards. We're gonna put it up on the screen if you haven't seen it. Of course.
You just
What?
we just put it on the screen.
What? It's gonna be on the screen.
Okay.
That's not a lie.
No, it's more of that curtain peeling.
You're so. People like the curtain.
No,
Right?
yeah. We gotta leave mystery. If there's mystery, that people wanna see.
No, people like no mystery.
At one point in
Times have
time,
changed. This is not like TV. It's not. We're not doing magic.
yeah, we are. Because at one point in time, we had 6 people watching, and we whittled it down to 2. That's magic.
We did have a lot of people in here.
Yeah.
I wonder where we lost them.
Well, we had 6 people when we were talking about taxes, so. And I think you were talking about the gender shit.
Yeah, I think that's where they jumped ship.
Yeah.
That's okay. Probably not the people we want anyway.
Probably. Although it'd probably be a good idea to stick on message rather than talk about the worst actress ever, Ellen Page.
Well, it was all relative.
Okay.
I was just saying, out of all the people on the show, you go after her.
Because
Probably
she's
wanna
awful.
keep her.
No, I've hated her since Juno.
She was the person in Juno, wasn't she?
She was in Juno.
Huh.
She was in this movie called Hard Candy, where she played a pedophile hunter.
You know what she really reminds me of?
What?
She might be the chick in The Last of Us.
Oh, Ellie?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
guess
her,
I
isn't
can.
it?
I don't think so. No, it's not.
Oh, well, she
But
reminds me of that.
I can
person.
kind of see that. You got the tomboy thing, yeah.
Well,
Well, yeah.
it all makes sense now.
But no, yeah, I can kind of see where she would remind you of Ellie. She's still the worst actress ever. And she takes herself too seriously. And she says dumb shit. And yeah. So anyway.
Anything else?
No.
Oh, well, there you go. Hey, we're back up to 4.
Oh, great.
How you doing in the chat? If you're a real person, type 1 in the chat.
So what else happened this week?
What else happened this week? Did we talk about Kyrie Irving yet?
No. What happened with Kyrie?
So, official numbers have come out. He has been fined $50,000
Jesus Christ, for what?
for flipping off the fans.
What?
Now, yeah, he flipped off the fans. He's fined $50,000 for it. Now,
Well, that's
there's a
dumb.
big story here with that because you're not a basketball guy. So let me run it through you real quick.
Yeah, school me. Educate me.
Okay, so Kyrie Irving, he goes to Boston for a year,
Mm-hmm.
and pretty much it fell apart there because of, this, that, or the other reason. He was supposed to re-sign with Boston. He doesn't. He goes to Brooklyn, and he's been in Brooklyn since then. But every time he goes to Boston, the fans, they haven't forgotten. They like to yell at him. Apparently, according to him, they call him racial slurs.
Of course.
Like, and he like the fans are rabidly going after him. Now,
Isn't Boston known for that though?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's Boston. By the way, they're playing. Brooklyn is playing Boston in the first round of the playoffs
Sure.
this year,
Yeah.
so he's in Boston. So, you know, he's playing in the game. They're I don't know if they're winning or losing at the time, but the fans are doing what the fans do in Boston to him specifically because he left their team, and he decided to take matters into his own hands, and he flipped the crowd off, and thus he was fined $50,000.
Okay.
But
It's
when he was talking in the post game interview, he did say something, and this is the point I want to discuss on. So he pretty much talks about how, as an athlete, you're kind of expected to just be a monkey in the cage, take whatever because someone paid to get into the venue. You're just supposed to take whatever they say to you and keep moving, right? Even though, if let's say you're in a shopping, or if you're like in a grocery store
mhm.
and you see this person and you say the same thing that you say in the arena, you're probably getting in a fight off it.
Yeah, yeah. The
But
chances are pretty high, at least.
yeah, so he pretty much said, I should be able to give it back to the fans.
Well, he kind of
Like,
made it
why do
sound
why
like
do I need to take it?
he kind of made it sound like they want to talk shit to me. I'm going to talk shit right back because he kept bringing up the same energy. Like they're going to give me that energy, I'm going to give them the same energy right back.
Right? Yeah, that's what he's saying.
And he's like, it's not
So
that big of a deal because I believe that the person asking him the questions, it sounded like they were trying to make a bigger deal out of it than he was. He's like, I'm playing along with him. Because there was a video of him, like, some guy's seeing him, I don't know if he was going to the locker room or take a piss or whatever, but he's like, hey, Kyrie, you suck. He's like, suck my dick, bitch. And, the way he said it, I mean, he was just talking shit.
yeah, he's just giving it back to the fans. Now, where do you stand on the whole thing? Do you think, as an athlete, they should just take it, or do they? And, Baker Mayfield also kind of touched on this when he was talking about, I wish I could go to someone's cubicle and boo the shit out of them.
Yeah, he
You
got
know,
shit on for it, too. Like, they
like, do you
overreacted.
think these athletes should be able to joust back, or oh, you're the professional, you need to just keep your head down. They can say whatever they want, or, or is it even like 50-50? You should be able to you should take it, but as a fan, like there's a line you shouldn't cross.
I think, I mean, big picture, I mean, I think, no. You shouldn't be able to just say somebody fucking sucks, or because fans say a lot of nasty shit to players, and for them to just be expected to take it without rebuttal just because, you know, fans give money. Like, if I go to the grocery store and I start cursing out the cashier, I'm getting kicked out of Kroger, right?
Right.
So, I mean, just because we pay for tickets doesn't mean we get to act a fool and conduct ourselves in a way that's not becoming.
And yeah, that's even what kind of I was touching on, like Kyrie Irving as a player. If that fan sees him in the grocery store and says the exact same thing that he says during the game to him, he's probably getting hands put on him.
I don't know.
or cops called, or I don't know.
I don't know. I see Kyrie just talking shit, and that's a fine line though, because I mean, look at what happened with the Pacers in Detroit, the brawl.
Yeah, and I get the NBA. They're kind of like they're trying to avoid that again,
And
but
then, I mean,
that wasn't even just words. Someone actually threw the bottle at Jackson.
they threw a drink
I
at
mean,
on him.
Artest.
Yeah, and I get it. I understand Artest. I mean, I completely understand his side of it, but
And about
yeah,
that, let's talk about that for a second.
okay,
He just ran into the stands. How did he? He didn't verify who threw the bottle.
nope.
He just ran into the stand. He
He,
probably didn't even hit the right person.
I don't think he
And
did. No,
he didn't.
I think it was proven that he did not. But that's balls, man.
Yeah.
He went right into the crowd by himself.
Yeah, he just ran in a general direction and started
Yep.
swinging.
He don't know. He don't know who has a gun.
Well, they got to go to the detector.
No, that was before 9/11, I think. Wasn't it?
Was it? No, I think it was after.
Well, either way.
Yeah, it was definitely after because we were. Yeah.
Somebody could have had a shank. Something. So many things.
You're taking shanks to games now.
You never know.
You never know if it goes down. I gotta have one.
Yeah, you gotta get your boots and your shank.
Hey, babe, put that shank in my boot.
Um, but then you had wasn't there a story like last week where uh, a fan said something to a player and the player threw his mouthpiece at him, but hit some innocent bystander?
Um, I don't remember if it did happen.
Oh, I seem to remember something like that. But I mean, I don't know. It's kind of a fine line because that shit could escalate, especially when fans are drinking. Typically, alcohol is involved. If you have balls enough to speak that way to a 7-foot athlete, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that liquid courage.
Yeah,
Well, that dude who talked to Mike Tyson had liquid courage too. It didn't turn out
exactly.
so well for him.
Exactly.
It did not turn out well for him.
I just don't know why you would fuck with Mike Tyson.
I know. What do you expect? And then to go back to that, his friend is sitting there talking. Oh, we were just trying to get an autograph. I don't know what happened, dude.
Oh, come on.
You filmed what happened.
Right.
There's no guesswork.
He should have got his ass beat too.
I know. I wish Mike would have pointed at him while he's like he pauses hitting the one guy. He's like, "You better stay right there. You're next."
Start kicking your ass now. Get it. Until I get here.
Get yourself ready.
Uh,
And he's hitting himself into the wall, or punching himself.
so why is it like that? Why is it that athletes have to take it? What do we? It's not just athletes though. Like stars too. Like I remember this old video with Cher. Totally apples and oranges, Cher and the NBA. But she's like in this little small town. She's trying to get away from everybody, and the paparazzi finds her. Right? And she's like, "Motherfucker, nobody's supposed to know about this town. Just leave me alone." And then she's like, she's pissed, right? She just wants to fucking have a nice quiet weekend without a camera in her face. But the guy's like, "Oh, she's going crazy," and she walks off. He's like, "Oh, that was gold." Like, why are... I just don't understand why it's like that.
Well, as a celebrity, you gotta, I don't know, you have to hold yourself to a standard. It's hard being a celebrity. Not that I would know personally, but
Right. Well, we kind of
I
do.
would imagine.
We're Twitch famous.
I mean, we got 4 people watching this right now.
Yeah.
What's up, 4 people? Do something in the chat. Come on. Are we alive here?
Well, we got somebody who said liver sucks balls.
I know that person's retarded. But yeah, it's just I lost what I was even talking about. You just gotta. It's what you gotta do as a
You said it's hard
celebrity.
to be famous. Hard to be a celebrity.
You know, take it. What you were saying about Baker Mayfield. He did a 2-hour interview. People are picking out like 10 seconds of that 2 hours.
Yeah,
And putting
that's
it
the
as a
only thing
headline.
that they did. Now, to be fair, it was a boring interview. So, I mean, there's
But
not a whole
still,
lot to get from it. But to glean just that and to make a big
like
deal
all
out of
they're
that.
trying to do is, make some kind of headline.
And the context in what he said that he just got done saying that pretty much every game that he has been in the NFL has been a job interview. Like, he's not been comfortable. Like, yeah, his first season he broke the records and shit, but then like he had the bad year, and he didn't feel like the full support of the team, and so I mean, and then he said, "I'd just love to go to a fan's cubicle and boo the shit out of them." In the context of that, he's had to prove himself every single game that he's been out there.
Is that the context? I thought it was just him talking about heckled by fans for
I mean, that's
sucking.
part of it, but I mean, it was a bigger conversation. I mean, yeah, that was part of it too, but the bigger thing is that he's constantly had to prove himself. He hasn't been able to just, like, yeah, he won the Heisman. He didn't get the respect that he felt he should have got for that.
As a walk-on, by the way.
Yeah. As a walk-on and as a guy that can't outrun the police.
Oh, we don't need to bring that up.
Well, he did.
That's what we talk about. We talk about your whole career.
So, I mean, I kind of felt for him. I'm not the biggest Baker Mayfield fan, but I do think Cleveland did him dirty.
I mean, I'm not a Mayfield fan either, in any sense of the word. I mean, well, first of all, he was at Oklahoma, and I root for UT, so there's that already. And number 2, oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. I lost it.
That's twice.
I know, right?
Maybe you should get some.
The last one.
Get some coffee.
I did catch the last one though. I was able to get back to it.
Yeah.
This one, I don't even know where I was going with that.
I don't know. I think it kind of reminds me of when Brad Pitt left Jennifer Aniston for Angelina Jolie. You probably don't.
What are you
remember
saying
that.
there? Because to me that sounds like an even trade, maybe even an upgrade, maybe slightly downgrade. But what are you saying?
The Cleveland Browns, like, they had Baker
No,
Mayfield.
I'm saying that's pretty. What you just said, that analogy, that was pretty even for me.
Jennifer Aniston and Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, that's pretty even.
Oh, no way.
Maybe even an upgrade.
Well,
Maybe a slight downgrade. Maybe
It's a huge-
like a little downgrade. But the DSLs are just.
it's a huge downgrade in my opinion, but everybody was saying, "Oh, Angelina Jolie, she's awesome," because I don't know. I just see John Voight. I see John Voight's face. That's kind of what happened with the Cleveland thing. They had Baker Mayfield, really good quarterback. Jennifer
Uh,
Aniston, and then they Cleveland couldn't be happy with that, so they had to go for Deshaun Watson, Angelina Jolie.
I don't know if that worked. First of all,
You don't even know what you were gonna say, so you can't tell me what works and what doesn't.
no, I'm saying that analogy doesn't work.
You lost your train. Okay, go ahead.
It's 100% an upgrade to Sean Watson from Baker Mayfield. Like,
There's a lot of people
not
that
even
would say
a
it's
little
100% upgrade from Jennifer Aniston to Jolie.
Okay.
I'm not saying it.
You weren't.
Fuck no, I wasn't. Jennifer
I'm
Aniston
saying
100
there's-
times over Jolie.
I'm talking like Baker Mayfield is like USFL type quarterback.
He's not
compared
that bad.
to Deshaun Watson. Compared to Deshaun Watson?
Yeah.
Yes, he is. They're not even. Deshaun Watson, if he can come back to what he was,
Yeah.
like he's up there with Patrick Mahomes, he's up there with Josh Allen. He's like there.
Well, does Baker run around touching masseuses with his penis?
Oh, we don't need to talk about that. Talk about on the field.
I'm sure he does it too on the field, allegedly.
Like that has nothing to do with throwing the football.
Yeah, I bet he does that to the center. Sit, you feel that? Allegedly.
No, you feel that? Is that your penis? Allegedly.
So,
But he's been innocent on all that. Again.
No, he has not been innocent. They just said that they're not going to press like criminal charges. Which means, to me, it sounds like it's just going to be more trouble than it's worth.
Well, it sounds like that's innocent.
No, it's doesn't sound like innocent at all.
He apparently he's safe for this year. Well, I don't know if we're completely out of the water yet. He's got to play a snap first.
Who's we?
But
Are you a Browns fan?
did I say we?
Yeah, you did. Oh, we're out of the water.
I don't know if I said we.
You said we.
In the context. Well, in the context, it would be a Deshaun Watson fan. But I don't think I said we. And if I did, that's going to be kind of awkward if he gets found guilty. But
I don't know. It's Cleveland though, so I just don't see him doing anything. I think they're gonna underperform.
he's top 5.
I think they're gonna underperform. Then Kevin Stefanski's gonna get fired, and then the general manager's gonna get fired, and then Watson's gonna demand a trade to fucking New York or something.
I think what's going to happen is they're going to make it to the playoffs. This is a prediction here. They're going to make it to the playoffs. You heard it here first. And then next year, that's when all the trouble's going to start. And then he's going to be like, oh, I can't play next year. And then the Browns are going to be back to where they were.
Yeah.
And maybe now even worse because, Now their quarterback that they invested $230 million into can't play. Now they can't go get another person because
Yeah.
$230 million.
Right.
And then the town's, and then the team's fucked until that's all over with
I I read that
in
they were
perpetuity.
I read that they were odd favorites to sign or trade for Debo Samuel.
Oh, speaking of Debo, if you didn't know, before we get into it, if you did not know, Debo Sanders officially requested a trade from the 49ers.
Yep. And he purged his
And
social media account, so you know he's serious.
he did. I mean, for this guy, you have to kind of believe anything he's talking about on social media. Like, this whole thing started with him unfollowing the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing started with that. With that being said, he liked a photo of him photoshopped in a Cowboys uniform.
Do you think he would have liked any photo of that nature, though? Except maybe like the Browns
Well, he had the chance. He didn't.
or the Redskins.
He liked the Cowboy one. He had a chance.
Yeah.
Every other team, but like he's rumored of going to Kansas City. He's rumored of going to the Jets. He's rumored of going. You said Cleveland,
Yeah.
Cowboys.
Well, Cleveland is the according to some betting site, they're the favorites to trade for him.
What are what do they need him for? They don't even need him.
They kind of do because they don't have they have Amari Cooper, but that's pretty much it as far as the receiving core. Remember all the good receivers that they had that put them in the talks of being Super Bowl contenders? Yeah, they got rid of all of them.
Landry and whoever else.
Beckham, which I would
Oh, yeah.
rather have. I'd rather have Landry than Beckham.
Well, he's supposed to be coming back.
They're talking about that, but
He's slurping you guys enough.
he said he's open to the idea. And his home's in Cleveland. It's just I liked him better than I thought. I thought he was a good culture guy. I thought he was a good leader. He didn't hit anybody on the opposing team with his helmet. He was just
That's the bar for you.
a little bit. It has to be now.
Didn't that guy get you like, I don't know? Didn't he lead your team in sacks that year
I don't care. I fucking hate him.
and every year?
Probably. I still hate him. I've hated him since he came out of A&M.
Oh,
When he declined the interview because the person conducting the interview had some critical things to say about his play. So it just tells me that he's a pussy.
Well, yeah. Why would I interview with you if you have negative stuff to say about me?
Because it's part of the job.
Erroneous. I don't want to hear it. If I was ever to do an interview, I'm not gonna do it with a person that doesn't like me.
Well, I mean,
Like, oh, let me see that you've said some good stuff about me. Then we'll do the interview.
it wasn't like, you know how Colin Cowherd went after Baker Mayfield? It wasn't like that. It was
Well,
just...
was he right?
Yeah, I know, right? He said he's right, too. He was like, I'm right. There's no reason to talk about him anymore.
I've proved my point.
Yeah.
Or
Essentially.
my point's been proven.
Yeah. Like, there's just no reason to talk about him anymore. I'm right. But it wasn't like that. It was just, he's not as good as all that. And Miles had some had some. He felt some type of way about it. I just think he's a thin-skinned fuck. That and he took himself out of a game because he thought he had a concussion.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! You can't be playing around with the concussion
Bullshit.
nowadays.
I'm
Very
sorry.
serious thing.
I'm sorry. You're getting paid millions of dollars. You can let a medical professional tell you whether or not you have a concussion. Don't fucking take yourself out of the game. There were people before you that cut off parts of their limbs just so they could play.
No, we live in a very different time now.
And they got paid pennies, comparatively speaking.
We live in such a different time now.
Yeah, where people had heart back in the day.
Well, think about it. And you know, if you're making $50 million a year, or you know, even if you're a team paying someone $50 million a year, even if there's a chance that you're injured, you should sit out because you're making $50 million a year. It's like a business decision at that point.
How's it a business decision?
You're making $50 million a year.
You have a contract. It's $50 million a year. You have what? Let's say it's a 4-year contract. So you're getting $50 million a year for that 4 years, right? Regardless of whether or not you play, right?
Right.
So why don't you just play and earn the fucking money?
Because you got to worry about like your next contract.
You also have to worry about somebody taking your spot and playing better than you did.
And those, not all that money's guaranteed.
Look at what happened to Drew Bledsoe. Twice.
Yeah, he was just like the torch. Call him the human torch. If he's on the team, no. He's just passing the torch to someone. Almost like Fitzpatrick, but team. He usually finds himself starting again somehow.
And then he rips the helmet off of a opposing quarterback and hits him in the head with it.
Myles Garrett, we're talking about here.
And then blames it on racism. Oh, he said something racist. Come on.
Well,
no, there's no well.
You can't verify that.
You're not.
I didn't hear Rudolph deny that.
I don't.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah, he did. He did. Vehemently.
You can't verify that.
Everybody did. Mike Tomlin did. Everybody. They said it was bullshit.
How does Mike Tomlin know? He wasn't on the field.
Because I think he could speak to Mason Rudolph's character.
Well.
And you know, I don't care. I don't care how racist you are. If you're the size of Mason Rudolph and you have somebody the size of Myles Garrett on top of you, the last thing you're gonna do is say something that would turn him to the point where he would want to take off your helmet and hit you with it. Just saying.
I don't know. Some people think, some people are men, and they're like, hey, I don't care what size you are, I'm going to take you. Think I'm going to be afraid of you just because you're 200 pounds heavier than me in muscle?
Yeah, I won't buy it.
Well, he did say something. Maybe it wasn't racist, but he did say something.
Probably say, "Get the fuck off me, you piece of shit."
I'm saying he said something. It wasn't like he said nothing and all this happened. He said something.
Probably said, "Get off me, thin-skinned fuck."
See, he said something.
I doubt. I'm just saying. I don't think he went there. Certainly
He
not on
probably
his
did.
back. He didn't. I'm putting money on it.
I'm saying he probably didn't.
There's no probably. He did not. I was there. I read lips.
You want me to just say he didn't? Okay, he didn't.
Thank you.
Okay, but he said something.
That was a win.
He made he that was that was probably Garrett trying not to get his ass in trouble.
Yeah, it was definitely an
Like, oh
excuse.
shit, now I better say this because
But
that's the only thing I got. That's my only firepower now.
I just
Yeah,
can't.
but racist.
I can't believe he's still playing.
Well, again, lead your team in sacks.
I guess that just seems like one of those things that you like. Okay, you should have zero tolerance for.
For getting in a fight?
No, for ripping somebody's helmet off and striking them in the head with it, especially with all the concussion bullshit that they're all, you know, got their panties in a bunch about.
They were just getting in a fight.
He hit him in the head, on top of the head, with
I'm
his
saying I don't
helmet.
think it was premeditated. I think it just happened.
But he still did it.
I know, but it wasn't. It wasn't like he planned this.
He planned it enough to where he ripped his helmet off and swung it.
Let me tell you what probably happened
He,
here.
he had
It's
a
like
good
I'm defending him. Let me tell you what
he
probably
had
happened.
he had a good 20 seconds, but when they were on the ground to when the helmet was in his hand, he had a good 20 seconds to think about it. But no, he took it upon himself to put his hand on his face mask, rip his helmet off, and then swing it at the guy's head.
Well, that's what you do when you in the NFL and you're fighting. You like grab at each other's face masks. He didn't have his chin strap on good enough, first of all, or his helmet wouldn't have come off, right? If he had his chin strap on right, that wouldn't have happened.
Well, maybe it's a good thing he
There's
didn't. He
one.
would have gotten his neck broken.
Well, like torn off? No.
Maybe.
Or he would have had time to defend the ripping of his helmet off.
No,
So there's that.
his head would have just been in the helmet.
He'd have been like that jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, it'd be. He'd rip it off so fast that there wouldn't be any blood. It's scientific. Come on.
Well, that's the first thing. He should have had that strapped on right, but I'm saying Garrett, after he got the helmet, then he was like, "Oh, I'm swinging at you, but I don't remember I have this helmet in my hand."
He did a clubbing motion. It wasn't a swing. He didn't swing it like it was a fist.
He's probably like surprised that he had it in his hand when he was swinging at the
He
guy.
brought it down like it was a rock.
And again, I'm not defending Garrett in any
He
way.
turned into Captain Caveman and
Just giving
hit
him the benefit
Mason Rudolph in the
of the
head.
doubt.
And in my opinion, he shouldn't be playing again.
Speaking of which, did you see the I think it was NASCAR with the guy who got in a fight with the other guy, didn't take his helmet off?
Yeah. Didn't we talk about that?
We didn't.
No.
We're talking about it now.
Okay,
'Cause-
cool.
Here's another thing. Why should he like play by the rules? You're fighting someone. Why is it like such a rule that you need to take your helmet off to start this fight?
Well, I think if you're going to pick a fight with somebody without their helmet on, that's kind of, I mean,
But aren't I
That's
not
like-
trying to gain any kind of advantage I can get?
I guess, but I don't know. It's kind of like walking up to somebody with a baseball bat. They're like, oh, let's fight.
I know,
No,
but
no,
you're not
no,
just
you don't
gonna
get
like hand
you.
him the bat
No, of course not. But
or
you
put it down,
you could.
but you're not going to.
I think if you're gonna have a physical confrontation with somebody that you want to engage in,
You're not thinking
I think
about
a
all
fair
that.
fight.
You're not
Yeah.
gonna like, hey, I want to fight you. Let me put this bat down and make it an even fight because we got a gentleman's agreement.
It's not even
No,
about
you're
that.
just
It's
going
about
at the
safety
guy.
too. Because you have a thick, hard piece of whatever the fuck a helmet is made out of. Was it plastic?
Uh, we'll say that. I don't know.
Yeah. You got this big, thick thing on your head, and then you're gonna go pick a fight with somebody that has none of that equipment on. They're completely vulnerable. Yeah, at least take the fucking helmet off. Now I'm not
Well, I
saying.
don't think that's my problem,
Oh,
especially in a fight.
I don't know. Now it'd be different if like they both got out of their cars and they charged at each other and there was no time for the guy to take his helmet off. But the guy walked the guy walked to the guy without the helmet. I don't even know their names. Let's call them Bob and Steve. Bob walked to Steve and his back was turned too, so he pushed him, he's got his stupid helmet on. And then he starts swinging cuz he knows that like he's safe. He can't get hit in the face.
I don't know. I think he was just being smart.
I think he was being a pussy.
He's also he's also we talk about that business decision. He's also got his business of driving that car. He can't be taken out of action for any kind of time for a stupid fight.
Well,
But I need to show you. I need to check you, so I'm gonna fight you, but I'm gonna keep my helmet on so you can't hurt me.
is he gonna get suspended for assaulting that other driver?
I don't know what came out of that. Didn't care that much of it.
Yeah, it is NASCAR.
Yeah. I'd have to like seek that information, and I don't want to.
Gotcha.
But I don't know. You're fighting. Since when is there rules to fighting?
Since the dawn of time.
There's never been rules.
Yes, there's always been rules.
What are the rules?
Well, you can't talk about them, first of all.
They're unspoken. They're like baseball.
Yeah.
Unspoken rules.
First rule is you can't talk about them. Second rule is you can't talk about them. So.
Are you basing this off of the movie Fight Club?
No.
Oh.
I'm basing it off the
I've
streets.
never seen that, so there you go.
You never seen Fight Club?
No,
Oh, man.
I have not.
Have you never seen Fight Club?
I don't know. It's just never like stood out to me as something I should watch.
Oh, why is that? Do you not like fights?
I do like fights. The cover art doesn't appeal to me. You know, I'm a big thumbnail guy. The thumbnail isn't like making it for me.
Okay. I think you should check it out. I'm not saying spend money on it. But if you see it on Netflix and you got some time to kill, you should watch it.
Even with its thumbnail not being clickable.
Yeah. Especially.
You know, being the sole the sole creative mind behind the thumbnails of the channel. I'm a big thumbnail person.
Yeah. You- I just love how I love how brazen you are with stifling my creativity.
I'm just that's for the channel.
But yeah, Fight Club's a pretty good movie.
Cool. I'm sure you'll learn one day. We'll get you a computer.
Oh, we're still on this?
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
I still had more to say.
I did kick-ass
computer.
thumbnails with just my phone.
I'm saying one day we'll get you a computer. You'll be able to get those thumbnails.
I had an awesome Cam Newton thumbnail. I had a good Baker Mayfield thumbnail.
Oh.
You're working with a computer. I have a phone. Think about the...
It's not about the utensil.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely is.
It is not. It's about the idea.
If I'm going through the jungle and all you have is a Swiss Army knife and I have a machete.
I'm talking about the creative idea behind the thumbnail.
Yeah. About that. You just copy off of any generic thumbnail.
No, I don't.
I actually had
Do it first.
I actually put some creativity into it.
I do it first.
All of my thumbnails, you don't see any other channels use that. Your Deshaun Watson thumbnail, everybody used that. Everybody. That exact same fucking picture.
You couldn't even find one other channel that did that.
Do you want me to send them to you?
Yeah.
I got them
They
down.
copied my thumbnail.
No, the date's before yours.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's not even possible because we released it first. We were first to market.
Nope. I think
we were.
there's some ex-NFL quarterback that does analysis. He beat us to it.
Who cares about him? Whoever that is.
All of his subscribers?
I'm talking about a nobody ex-quarterback right now. That's what I'm talking about. A nobody. Probably like 8th string. Didn't even like see it. One moment of significance in his career.
Maybe not, but he's still talking about
it. So he copied my thumbnail.
No. Anyway, your thumbnails are all over the place because people have the same idea. Oh, let's just use the generic stock photo of this. Me, I put some creativity into it.
Let us know in the chat.
Who has better
That's all we
thumbnails?
need. The thumbnails that we don't see of your. I guess that can't work.
How do you do the community posts on YouTube?
Oh, we don't have enough subscribers.
Oh.
You have to have like, I think 500 to get that.
Yeah.
So we're just a couple off, you know. And, you know, if you hit that subscribe button now, you could get us one subscriber closer.
Yeah, you need to start tweeting. Help us to get to 500. Oh, you do tweet?
No, I do need to start.
Oh. You seemed excited about that.
I know, but then it's like, who cares about my thought? That's the ultimate deterrent from tweeting. It's like, who cares about what I think?
Well, then why are we doing this podcast?
For the same reason, because
Yeah.
someone's gonna care.
I mean,
No, because you want a good analysis. You want. Are we? I don't know.
what?
I was gonna say, are we news or are we a reaction?
I don't know.
How do we know what we are?
I'd say reaction
We're a little bit of
because
both.
we don't really break any news.
Yeah, we're more reaction.
Yeah. And we reacted to Ellen Page's awful acting.
Oh, you're going back to her.
Hey, you went back. Let me go back.
You didn't like her in Juno, huh?
No, it was awful.
I watched Juno once, and from that point, it was like, wasn't she pregnant in that in
Yeah.
Juno? Isn't that what the
Those.
movie's about? Her getting
Yeah.
pregnant as a teenager?
Yeah. She gets knocked
Boy, how
out.
far we've come.
Yeah, I don't think she's ever been anything good.
I haven't really followed her shit, so I couldn't tell you either way. But we got like a few more minutes here. Let's end it on another debate.
Uh-oh.
So, if you haven't seen in the news recently, um, Microsoft and Sony
Oh.
recently talked about releasing ads into their games, free to play games, which are like all battle royals. You should keep that in mind. Um, Also Rocket League, if you play that. But they have this thing where they're just gonna do all their free to play games. They want to put ads in it.
Yeah.
Now, my initial thought when I heard this was, okay, number one, are people going to be getting ads at the same time? Like, I don't want to be in the middle of a gunfight and then an ad pops up that makes me lose the ad or lose the gunfight. Like, is the person on the other side going to get the ad at the same time?
I would think that the ad would start like once you get back to the lobby or something.
Yes. If it's logical, yes. Now, as I read more into it, it looked to me like they were just like, I don't know, putting a billboard in the game that has an ad on it. Which, if that's how it's executed, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
You know, it's out to the side. Like, if we're talking about looking at this Madden game, if the little billboard that's hanging over the end zone advertises, Logitech or whatever, I don't care. It doesn't do anything for me. I'm not going to go buy it either. I'll tell you that. But especially if the game's not going well, it's probably going to piss me off to a point where I'm going to not buy it out of spite.
Boycott everything. Like, I see you.
Yeah. This is your fault. Blame it, of all things.
That's why I can't stand Lee Corso.
See, like, if we're looking at the screen now, where it says, like, London Games or whatever the hell that said, or that Gatorade
Yeah.
up in the corner, okay, if that's an ad, you don't even notice it. Maybe it needs to be a little bigger, like the London Games thing.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as it's not intrusive, I don't have a problem with it.
My only
Now, you
concern.
start getting pop-ups that you have to watch to continue the game. Now I'm going to start having a problem.
Yeah. I just see like basically kind of like YouTube where there's these short little videos. Maybe you can skip them, maybe you can't.
Yeah, maybe they ask you, did you enjoy it? Was this relevant to you? You ever get that one? Was this ad
Um,
relevant?
Not with ads. I get it with videos, but not with ads. Now I
Let's
can
just hope
kind
it's
of
not like Hulu. Golly.
yeah. It was pretty
Do you
bad.
have Hulu, or have you been on Hulu?
We got them all.
The ads on Hulu is the worst.
Yeah, that's why
Like,
I don't watch anything with ads.
you play like, you get like 10 minutes of, you might as well just watch regular TV with the Hulu. Golly. Hulu, fix your ads if you're listening, which you're probably not, but if you are, or if you hear this, fix it.
So do you think this is a sign of things to come? Like, do you think they'll eventually have ads on normal games? Think they'll start double dipping?
Um, Possibly. I guess if it's like a positive thing, and by positive it'd only be for them. Like if they start seeing more money from it, I guess,
Yeah.
and hopefully for their sake, not a lot of complaints. They will get some complaints, but if they don't get a lot of complaints, then I think they'll start pushing the envelope and doing it in games that you've already paid full price for.
So what happens to the microtransactions then? Or is it just
Oh.
gonna be some fucking con?
Well, from what I read, they'll still be there. The ads are just, ways to make extra income. But the idea is to have some of the ads have them where you can interact with them and get like in-game loots or whatever, or like extra skins, or I don't know, just in-game rewards for watching the ad or interacting with it in whatever way they want you to interact with it.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems wrong.
It is definitely them getting even more greedy. It's like, yes, we're getting money when they purchase the game, or in this case, the free game. They're paying for the monthly subscription, so we're getting money there, but I think we can get more.
Yeah.
How do we get more? Let's put ads in it.
I just something's got to give though, because as a consumer, I mean, right now the free to play games there's no investment, right? But they start putting ads on the new games.
No investment.
Well,
And
I
I put
mean,
that in quotes.
let's think about it. You spend 60 to 70 bucks on a brand new spanking game, and then, yeah, it's just like basic cable.
I don't know. Games these days, you spend $60 on them, and then they got the DLC shit. You got to spend extra money.
Mm-hmm.
The season passes. It's like, why didn't you just put all this in the game and then release a full game instead of trying to nickel and dime me for your season pass and your whatever else?
Yeah, they try to get it out as
Like,
soon as they can. Sometimes they just release it broken.
yeah,
Oh,
like
we'll just set a patch.
The newest WWE game. They
Was it
just
bad?
announced no, but they've been out for a month. and they just announced like a DLC with extra characters coming. Like, yeah, it's you've only been out a month. You could have put them in the game.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I just wish they didn't complicate shit. Like, video games are supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a distraction.
Yeah, you're supposed to just pop it in and forget about everything. Keep going.
But if I keep getting reminded about how, like, all I am is a dollar sign to you, then that's not fun either.
We're gonna have to go back to, as a community, a gaming community. We're gonna have to go back to Nintendo 64 days.
Oh, no.
What do you mean? Oh no, that was good times.
Those are the box
Zelda.
characters.
Oh, well, I guess there's that.
PlayStation was where it's at.
Was that your favorite console?
No. I think
No.
PlayStation 2 is.
Yeah, PlayStation 2 is pretty good.
And
I
I
like
think,
PlayStation 1 though, but PlayStation's for sure.
yeah,
I mean, what's the one? Huh?
I think it's one of the, if it's not the highest selling console of all time, it's right up there.
Yeah, it's the highest, but it's also because it was out so damn long.
Yeah, that's true. It's because it's really good.
But what's PlayStation was? I was a very big fan of the original PlayStation. You know, with like Metal Gear Solid 2,
Yeah.
Castlevania, which is the best Castlevania game that was released. Maybe
Which
even the best PlayStation game that was released.
which, which one's that?
Um, Symphony of the Night.
Oh, yeah, man. I love that game.
Resident Evil 2.
If people watch my YouTube channel, I do a playthrough of that.
Of what?
Symphony of the Night.
You did?
No, I said if people if people happen to watch my YouTube channel, I would.
I was like, why did I miss this?
Yeah.
Oh. Have you heard about that Bloodstained game? Speaking of Castlevania.
Yeah, I have it.
Is it good?
Yeah, it is. The well, the first one's like Castlevania 3, or I think it's 3. The one where you switch characters. Anyway,
Yeah, I think that was 3. I was thinking about it.
yeah. So like it's Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. So that's more of like a side-scrolling platform. Well, they both are. But then the Bloodstained something or other, the second one, that's more of a Metroidvania. It kind of reminds me of Order of Ecclesia.
So they're both good.
Yeah, I liked them. I like the Metroidvania one better, but they were both really good.
I have it. I haven't got around to playing it yet. But
I mean,
it's
if you
one of
like
those
Symphony
games
of the
that I was
Night,
waiting.
you'll like Bloodstained.
Yeah, I played. I got to play like the demo of it when they were at South by Southwest, and I got to play the demo. And I was like, man, this game, I need to write it down.
Yeah,
It's just like Castlevania.
yeah,
And
it
then they
is.
took
It's
like
great.
3 years to release it after that.
Yeah, it's because the guy, he wanted to release a good product. He didn't want to just half-ass it.
There you go. Believe how ironic.
Yeah,
Now we just need someone to make some sort of Mega Man reboot.
I thought they were still making Mega Man.
No, I mean like old school Mega Man
Yeah, I thought they were still doing that.
with like Oh, they make Mega Man, but it's no, I forgot the name of it now. But it's not the same.
Okay.
Like, we need Mega Man back, where you got to beat the bosses in order, get the powers, and get the impossible jumps that no one can ever do, but apparently you do.
Well, then you had to use the abilities from the other from the bosses that you beat.
Yeah,
So
but you don't know that at first.
nope.
Like as a noob playing the game, you don't know that. All you know is I can't make this jump.
That's it's kind of how I felt like playing Zelda. Like I recently watched a playthrough and somebody beat it, and I was like, how the fuck are you supposed to figure all that shit out?
It's hours and hours of,
Trial
I
and error,
guess,
I guess.
trial.
Yeah, but
Yeah, these people who do the walkthroughs nowadays, they figure some shit out. It's like, man,
right.
that is so you're so good at that.
They know how to exploit glitches and shit.
Oh man, the glitch people, they're they're the worst.
Yeah.
And by the worst, I mean like with what they have to go through to find those glitches.
Hmm.
Oh, if you jump on this spot at exactly this time,
It takes as much dedication as it does to figure out who's following who.
there you go. And that's how we close
That is.
it. That is going to do it for this episode of the show. If you enjoyed it, let us know by hitting that like button and also hitting that subscribe button. And if you want to engage with us, type something in the comments. Whatever you want to type, go ahead and type it. If you think we're idiots for uh, gender stuff, type that in the comments. If you
but
think,
but you do have to admit that Ellen Page is the worst actress of all time.
yeah, if you agree with that, type that in the comments also. But until next time,
Until
my
next
name is
time,
Tyson,
I'm Happy Harry.
and good night, everybody.
Good night.